Hey, it's Nay. Today I'm going to share 14 must-haves to make your own self-tape that will be industry standard and you can submit to your agent and it is acceptable to them. This is all coming from experience. These are all self-tapes that I have sent out and tips and tricks I've learned along the way, either just by myself or with the help of a friend. I'm also going to share some things that you
don't need in a self-tape.
Now, inevitably, you in your acting journey are going to need to send something to a casting director or
to a theater company or for a movie or online or to your agent or however.
Because you cannot be there in person. That's a self-tape, and it's just a clear little showcasing of your ability. Short, concise, professional, and should be stunning. Is it always? No, but here are some things that will keep you competitive. One, you want clear lighting. Try and sit in front of a window, natural lighting, or invest in some nice lights. I highly recommend natural lighting. It just makes everyone look better, and it's better, higher resolution. I'm just a lighting geek, and most casting directors will be too. You don't necessarily need to have a microphone as long as you're not shouting your monologue or your sides. Just keep your audio clear, nothing fancy. Now, you can either have a nice camera with high resolution, or you can just use your phone. If you're gonna use your phone, make sure it is steady and make sure it is
horizontal.
Because that's industry standard. If you submit it to your agent, they will tell you to redo it.
Horizontal
best mimics the way normal high resolution cameras shoot anyway, from what I know of. Next, you're gonna want a friend, or your mom or your dad or your roommate or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whoever, someone to help you. This will get into you need a reader too, especially unless it's a monologue, but a reader is someone who just stands off to the side of the camera and says some lines for you. You're gonna need that. You can either pay someone to do it, or if you have a friend, they can hold the camera for you as long as it's steady. Which leads to the next thing. You're gonna need a tripod, either for your camera. I have one for my phone that a friend gave me. I don't think I ever gave back, but I think she said I could keep it. Moving on, you're gonna need a blank wall. You're gonna need, roof to floor, something that is plain. It doesn't need to be green or blue or white, just a neutral wall, ideally not in a corner so you see that vertical line, but
if you have to,
you can submit that. Just something where the only focus is on you. So, makeup, because you don't want to have bags under your eyes. You don't want to look like a ghost. Like, you want to have some contour in your face, some way to see your eyes and your lips, your eyebrows, and the shape of your face. Don't make yourself look like a clown. Show off the best version of yourself. Which leads into, you're gonna need a professional / going on a first date wardrobe. Now, the great thing about self-tapes is you can have like a character specific outfit. So if you're trying for a nurse, you can maybe wear something white and buttoned up and your hair pulled back. You can be close to, but not costuming your character. And an illusion of what you're trying to go for in the monologue or in the sides themselves. For your slate, not necessarily. You're also gonna wanna have eye focus. So right now I'm staring into my camera, I think. You don't wanna do that for your self-tape. You're gonna wanna pick something kind of off to the side, but where we can still see the majority of your face. That's who you're talking to. Or you can just look at your friend or your reader and just look at their eyes. You're gonna wanna have your sides memorized and your monologue memorized because that is professional. You're gonna wanna have a clear slate to your agent or whatever is giving you the information about the self-tape will say what they need in the slate. Typically it's full name, height, where your local hire is and who your representation is. Sometimes they'll want to see your hands too if it's for a commercial. You're gonna want to have, after that, they're gonna want a full body shot.
That is the hardest part of a self-tape.
Is getting from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet in a full horizontal shot. Don't zoom out, just with your friend or with yourself, finagle your camera to be able to either pan up a little bit or to see all of you in a shot, because that's what they're gonna be looking for in almost every self-tape. Make sure you're as high resolution as possible and you know your frame. Most people will want the self-tape to be in a frame I'm in now, to where it's about mid-chest to about 1 inch above your head. Some are different though. Like for a comedic scene, you can have a little bit more room to play with. You don't need fancy editing, you don't need music, you don't need props, you don't need to zoom in, and you don't need a blue wall. Those are just
don't.
So hopefully those are some quick tips and tricks for you. Doesn't, it's not necessarily the industry standard, but it's what I've been using for 3 years, and if you're new to all this, it should help. Thank you guys.